Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I've decided to record myself doing an unboxing of a giant Pokemon BUYEE haul I purchased recently. I figured I should make a video to show what I bought since I have no friends in real life who really care about this type of stuff. Also, maybe one day I'll be able to monetize my collecting and that'll be a huge help for paying for it. This box is really big and this haul is going to have to be split up into 3 videos I think. And I've already started editing the second part. Here are the tower boxes, which I believe is over 3 feet tall. And here are the green mailers that I'll be opening up first. Starting off with this pack of notebooks with a bunch of illustrations of Gen 1 Pokemon on the front. I really like collecting older, uncommon Pokemon products like this. It cost me 19 bucks on BUYEE. And on the back there's Pikachu, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, but no Charmander for some reason. Next, we're going to be moving on to these next set of green mailers. And up first, we have this 4-pack of Pikachu and Eevee coin purses. This cost me 3 bucks. Each one has a unique design of Pikachu and Eevee. I've recorded this intro and all this stuff, I think 50 times. And every time I stutter or my voice cracks. I've tried drinking tea. I've tried moving rooms. I've tried all types of stuff. And I keep on messing up. So this is going to be the final recording. I promise you. Here is a set of figures. I'm inspecting this Dustox because I'm really impressed by the paint application on a line with a bunch of small figures. You don't see a lot of smudging, you don't see a lot of inaccuracies, you don't see any parts skipped. It's just very high quality, well done paint applications on these figures. We're going to go over all the figures at once in the later part of the video, but here I am just opening up the next set. I think I'm going to be keeping one figure from this entire set. It's going to be this Airnif figure. And here's another set of figures from the same line. Just throwing that to the side so we can open up this pack of accessories. You don't know how many times I messed up on this part, and I'm just going to keep it in and we're just going to keep moving. Here is this green Pikachu clip. And here's a Pikachu ring. Here's a Pikachu case that's meant to hold small items. I think there's stickers inside of this one. And here is a Pikachu keychain with a mirror. And here's a Pikachu necklace with a Pikachu pendant. And this is my favorite item, these clip-on Pikachu earrings. And here you can see the full set. And here's another set of figures that we'll be opening up in this video. Starting up with set number 10, the Deoxys. And we're only going to be keeping one figure in this entire wave. It's this Airnif. It's a really cute figure and the pose helps, the stand helps elevate the pose. I'm really impressed by the paint detail on this figure. It's so small and it's really well done. A lot of figures by Jazzwares or Wicked Cool Toys has really been poorly done. And it's really impressive seeing these really small figures with intricate details get done properly. Here's Slacking in his iconic pose. And this figure kind of emulates or demonstrates the reason why I don't keep most of these figures and I plan to resell them. They're just way too small for my collection. The reason why I don't buy them individually, it's like $20 for a 1-inch figure and it's just way too much for me. I'd rather spend $20 to $90 on an entire set and just sell off whatever I don't want. I really like this Deoxys, and I want a Deoxys in a regular form. Here, this one has a special edition stand for some reason, and I really want a select figure of Deoxys. I know that Jazzwares has been releasing the select figures recently, and they all have like bendy tails or something, and that'd be really cool to see with Deoxys' arms and legs. This figure and Slack Off here kind of show off the paint quality on these figures. Even his little palms and irises are getting painted. It's just really impressive. And all these figures have stands Most of them, only the non-special edition ones have like information such as their weight, their height, and their paw prints. Here's another set of figures, and this is the one with the 3 legendary birds, but I'm only interested in the bug and water type Pokemon in this set. This is set number 12. I really hope that we get more figures in the select offerings by Jazzwares. And man, I'm dying. I don't know what it is. The past like 3 days, my voice has been cracking like crazy. I'm not like a teenager or anything. I'm like a full-grown adult. So it's very weird that every time I set to record, my voice just keeps on cracking, and I keep drinking tea and I keep having honey, and it's not fixing it whatsoever. And with these 3 legendary birds, you can see that they're really well done on the paintwork. Their talons are painted, which is pretty impressive. They're super small, and this Zapdos has really tiny eyes, but it's still really well done. I have the select of the Zapdos and Articuno. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Moltres, but maybe I will. I want more like fish Pokemon and lesser known characters in the Jazzwares line. I feel like we don't get enough. I feel like we get a bunch of popular characters, popular Pokemon, but not really lesser known figures like these guys. Here's this Wurmple. It's really well done. Everything is pretty much perfect about this figure. The branding trademark stuff is on its stomach, so you'll never really see it, and that's pretty nice for a figure of this size. I always forget which one is which for Wurmple's evolution, but these figures are super simple. The plastic is a little warped, but I'm pretty sure a hairdryer can fix that. These figures are super basic, but even these get really well done paint apps on the eyes and irises. Here's a good look at Rosalina. Her closed eyes are really well done. And these 2 figures are probably the best out of the entire line when it comes to paint application. It's just really complex designs that are really well done. And especially since they're so small. And the branding is really well hidden on these guys. And the stand helps give them some personality to the Pokemon. Moving on, here's the next set of figures. We have these 2 left. Like I said before, I believe this one was about $20 when I bought it. But these waves can go up to $90 depending on when and where you buy it from. Here's the entire set of figures. I think I'm going to keep like 3 or 4 from this line. I'm just pointing them out, and I'm kind of curious about this paper right here, this white piece of paper right here. It seems like an advertisement or some kind of like offering that you can submit the paper and possibly get one of those Pokemon or get something extra. I'm not quite sure. I need to Google Lens it and translate and figure out what it is. But that swamp art was really nice, and I really hope that we get a select swamp art pretty soon. I feel like Jazzwares has been really slowing down when it comes to select figures. I mean, they just released 2 more, the Typhlosion and the Dragput. I'm terrible with pronouncing that Pokemon's name. Those 2 are really great offerings, but I'd like to see more every year, more than like the 4 figures a year that they release. I'm thinking about buying a 3D file of this figure and 3D printing it just so I can have it in scale with Figma and 1/12 scale stuff. Not a big fan of this pose, but I'm not keeping it, so it doesn't really bother me. Here's Pulse. Really cute, but Minimum looks cuter in his pose. Hopefully you can't hear the laptop fan going off, but here's Castform in his raining form. Really dope figure. I really like the clear see-through plastic on this one. Here's Trapage. It's really unfortunate that his branding is on the back of his head. For some of these figures and some of these waves, the cardboard cutout that goes underneath the stand falls out really easily. It doesn't really bother me too much because I plan to take it out and just use it as a clear blank stand. I already have this Barboach. I believe its name is. I believe that's how you pronounce it, but it doesn't have that rock there. But I'm not gonna open that up just to get a little rock formation. And I'm really conflicted on this Duskull figure. I want him because he's one of my favorite Pokemon, but he's super small, and there's a bunch of other Duskull Pokemon coming out in the next couple months that are bigger and better. This Trapinch falls over really easily without the stand. Its head is just super heavy. And this Bravava, I believe its name. I'm terrible with pronouncing names. Its branding and trademarks is underneath the wing is really nice, and its fangs are painted. Those tiny little white fangs are painted, which is really impressive. Here is the last set of figures that we're going to be opening up to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. But first, let's go over this set of figures. Here's the advertisements for set 15. And here are the actual figures coming in the set. Set 14 with the Ho legendary Pokemon. Opening up the set made me realize that I want a 1/12 scale or Figma scale Meryl. I'm gonna have to find one on eBay or something. And I just want more fairy type Pokemon. Here's an Eevee in a pretty basic pose. And here's a Spoink. I kind of want a 1/12 Spoink now. I originally didn't really care for the character, but seeing it in person in figure form, it's really cute. So I kind of want a full-size figure. This Ho is probably one of the most impressive figures that I didn't open. Really tiny eyes, and even the talons underneath are painted. It's just really well done, and I'm really impressed with it. If you could, just like the video and subscribe. I plan to upload a video sometime next week, and then another video after that. I'm going to try to go for one video a week moving forward for the rest of the year. Hopefully I can keep up with that. You can check out my Instagram and my Twitter in the section down below. I really love bug type Pokemon, especially since we don't really get that many in figure form that aren't like finger puppets. And here are some photos with the figures that I opened for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.